boss, who's also my fiancé, told me we were broke and cut my pay. Then her assistant posted on Instagram, got a raise and a brand new luxury car from the boss because she was worried I'd be tired from work. So thoughtful. In the photo, he and my fiancé were standing in front of a newly purchased million luxury car, looking blissfully happy. I pondered for 2 seconds, then hit the like button. That evening, Rosalie called an emergency meeting, using the excuse that I was disrupting the company's atmosphere. She withheld my entire month's salary and gave it to her assistant as compensation for emotional distress. Everyone looked at me sympathetically, thinking I would go crazy and make a scene, but I just calmly packed up my things from my desk and handed my resignation letter to her. Docking my salary isn't enough for bullying a colleague. Elle resigned voluntarily as soon as I finished speaking. Rosalie's assistant, Tyler, quickly chimed in. Felix, how can you resign over such a small matter? You've been with the company for so long, and Rosalie has always been so good to you. If you resign at this critical moment, how will everyone view Rosalie? Rosalie, please come and talk Felix out of it. Rosalie might have wanted to persuade me earlier, but after hearing Tyler's words, her anger grew. She snorted coldly. Why should I persuade him to leave? Let him leave. I have nothing to hide. I'm not afraid of what anyone might say. Then, without hesitation, she signed my resignation letter and threw it in my face. The onlooking colleagues were dumbfounded. A colleague who was close to me quickly whispered, urging me to apologize and not to act on impulse. Almost everyone present knew that I had helped Rosalie build this company from scratch. When the company was short on money, I worked tirelessly to secure investments. When projects couldn't be completed, I led the team in pulling all-nighters to get the work done. I had poured countless hours and emotions into every aspect of the business now that the company had completed its financing and was about to go public. Anyone in their right mind wouldn't leave at this time, but I remained calm, picking up the resignation letter from the ground. I'll leave after I finish handing over my work. No need for a handover. Just get out now, Rosalie said coldly, pointing at the door. Seeing this, I said nothing more. After saying goodbye to a few people, I picked up my things and left before I left. I looked back at Rosalie one last time. I clearly saw a flash of complexity in her cold, calm eyes. Of course I knew why she didn't think I would leave. We had fallen out before, but after leaving for a short while, I would always regret it and go back to her as if nothing had happened, apologizing and continuing to work as usual. But perhaps she didn't know that this time was different from before. My patience with her had finally run out. I walked to the parking garage. I found my old car that I had been driving for 10 years with several patches of paint worn off next to it, was parked a brand new top-of-the-line Porsche, the one Rosalie had just given to Tyler today. There were many empty spaces in the garage, yet he chose to park right here. I understood this was his way of taunting me. These weren't just two cars. They were more like the two of us. I had been with Rosalie for 10 years, yet I wasn't as valued as Tyler, who had only joined 10 months ago. I laughed self-mockingly and got into my car. Just then, a text message came through. I opened it to see a transfer from my friend this morning. When Rosalie said the company wasn't doing well and wanted to cut my salary, I was worried she was under too much pressure. I immediately contacted a friend and borrowed $50,000 I had originally planned to give to her. But then I inadvertently saw Tyler's Instagram post about Rosalie buying him a new car. At that moment, I was surprisingly calm, feeling neither sad nor jealous to the point of madness. Perhaps it was because it had happened too many times.